Welcome back to cooking every single recipe in the official Stardew Valley cookbook. Today we're making bread and bruschetta. Don't forget to subscribe and vote for what to make next in the comments below. And check out my other channel, please. I'm desperate. To start this recipe off, you're going to fill a bowl or measuring cup with 1 1/3 cups of lukewarm water. And then you're going to whisk in 2 teaspoons of honey until it's smooth. After that, you're going to add 1.5 teaspoons of active dry yeast and let that sit until it becomes foamy. Now, in a medium bowl, you're going to mix together 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of whole wheat flour, and 2.5 teaspoons of salt. You're then going to whisk it together and pour in your yeast mixture. You're going to fold that together with a rubber spatula or wooden spoon until it becomes a shaggy dough. My dough was very liquidy, so I had to add a good chunk more flour to it. But it got there in the end. Now once it gets to a workable stickiness, you're going to make it into a rough ball with your hands. Then you're going to cover it and let it sit at room temperature for 15 minutes, just to apparently absorb some liquid and makes it easier to knead. After those 15 minutes, you're going to lightly grease a large bowl with olive oil, and then you're going to lightly flour a work surface and knead that dough for about 8 to 10 minutes until it's smooth and spongy. Like, once you poke it, you want it to come back to how it was. Once it's all done kneading, you're going to put it in your olive oil bowl. You're going to cover it, and you're going to let it rise for about an hour until it doubles in size. I didn't record this part, but after it's done rising, you're going to gently deflate it, and then you're going to fold the corners in to make it like a ball again and flip it over so the smooth side is up. And then you're going to let it rise for another 45 minutes, and then you're going to repeat the process. After it's done rising, you're going to cut it into 4 pieces on a lightly floured work surface. You're going to shape it into about 1/2 inch thickness rectangle, which you're then going to fold the lengthwise so they're slightly overlapping, and then you're going to flatten it again and fold it again, and you're going to put it on a baking sheet with a large baking sheet with floured parchment paper, and that goes in between, that weaves in between each baguette roll, so it's kind of like waves. You also want something to hold up the sides of your parchment paper so the end baguettes don't sag. After you form the baguettes, you're going to let them sit for another hour, just until they rise some more, and then you're 40 minutes into the hour, you're going to preheat the oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're going to put an inverted baking sheet in the oven as it's preheating, along with a cast iron skillet on the bottom rack, inverted baking sheet on the middle rack. And you're going to boil some water so it's hot. And then once they're done resting, you're going to take the parchment paper that your baguettes are on and use it to lift your baguettes onto the inverted baking sheet. And then you're going to quickly pour your water into the cast iron skillet and close the oven to keep the steam trapped. And you're going to then cook it for 20 minutes. Just until they're deep golden brown and crusty. Yeah, and then you just let them, once they're done cooling, or once they're done cooking, you open the oven about 1 inch and let it cool off naturally. I did miss a step. It did say to put it on a separate rack, like a cooling rack in another cookie sheet, but I didn't do that, and it turned out fine. So you don't necessarily have to do it if you don't want. Now onto the bruschetta. You're going to start by cutting up 1 pound of ripe tomatoes. They say different colors work best, into 1/2 inch pieces. This sucked. It's so many tomatoes. It was worth it though. Once your tomatoes are cut up, you're going to put them in a bowl and stir in a teaspoon of salt. And then you're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes until they become juicy. Once they do become juicy, you're going to spoon out 3 tablespoons of the tomato water and set aside. This is a little out of order, but you're going to cut 2 baguettes into diagonal pieces, half-inch slices. I did not see the half-inch slice part, so I accidentally made them over double the size. Worth it. Now you're going to put your baguette slices on a baking sheet, and you're going to brush them with olive oil, and then sprinkle them with salt. And then you're going to put them in the oven at 375 for about 10 minutes. Flipping them after 5 minutes. Wrong way, 20 minutes, flipping them after 10 minutes. You then let them rest for 5 minutes so you can actually handle them. And after they're resting, you take a piece of garlic and you rub it. I think you're supposed to scrape it down, basically grate the garlic using the bread. Okay, back to the tomato mixture. You're going to mix in 2 tablespoons of olive oil and 1.5 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. And you're going to lightly mix that, along with mixing in a 1/4 cup of lightly packed hand-torn fresh basil leaves. And then you're ready to serve. To serve, you just scoop your bruschetta onto your toasted baguettes and then top with some flaky sea salt. And oh my, I love bruschetta so much. It's so good. I would overthrow a small government for this bruschetta. Probably should have cut the baguettes a little thinner, but I would still overthrow a small government for this bruschetta. It's so yummy. 9.5 out of 10. Subject to change, could easily become a 10 out of 10.